Hello and welcome to Laytechs Weekly, episode 27th January 2021. Laytechs Weekly is brought to you by Laytechs, your protection from tech ignorance. My name is Sean. This week's news of the week. Hold on, let me just confirm that I'm recording still. Yep. This week's news of the week. The world's largest diesel plant switches to electric. The world's largest diesel plant is actually Peugeot Citroën PSA, which has a plant in Trémery, France, and is aiming in 2021 to produce 180,000 units of motor plants this year, compared to 90,000 of gasoline or diesel engines. That is actually double the volume. And this is in preparation for what is happening in the EU and, the first worlds, right? A lot of parts of the first world is actually passing regulations to ban the sale of new combustion engine vehicles in the next 10 years. And many automobile companies are already getting ready for that shift, and Peugeot Citroën PSA is one of them. For those who don't really know, Peugeot Citroën PSA is actually the makers of brands like Peugeot, Citroën, Vauxhall, DS, Opel, and multiple collaborations like Dongfeng, which is a China company, which we don't see here. But they make a lot of trucks, which are diesel powered as well, Toyota as well, Chrysler Europe, and Mitsubishi. And we will see more and more of these automobile companies moving into electric powered vehicles in the next 5 years or so to prepare for this, I guess, revolution or evolution of combustion engines. So if you are a person who loves the internal combustion engine and all the fossilized mechanics that go with it, then you should buy one for keeps and so you can use it at least until petrol gets so expensive and so scarce and so out of fashion that nobody wants them anymore, so you can sell it for scraps. Or if you are looking into the future and want to own an electric car, you may not want to buy a new car just yet. Maybe wait another 5 years until the electric car revolution has started and they get the cheaper ones that rolled out with better batteries and all that kind of stuff, and with more electric charging ports around the cities. Then you can safely buy one that you like. In other news, I also heard that there is an Israeli company who managed to create a system, built a method of charging up lithium-ion batteries, fully charging up lithium-ion batteries. It's not specific to how much capacity it is, but it can be as fast as 5 minutes. Lithium-ion batteries in a car. So let's say, there is car batteries have this amount generally, and you can charge in 5 minutes. That is almost as fast as pumping petrol. And that will change how we look at electric cars and how they are being charged. Moving on, Huawei may sell their P and Mate series phone brands. Reuters has reported that Huawei is looking for buyers for its P and Mate series brands, although the company itself has been adamantly denying this rumor. According to Reuters, the talks with a consortium of government-backed Shanghai investment firms started last September, shortly before Huawei sold off their budget Honor brand. Perhaps it's a move by competitors to keep Huawei at bay before the Biden administration lifts bans on the company. Once the ban is lifted, it is estimated that Huawei will resume its course to becoming the world's largest mobile device maker, toppling even Samsung. We don't want to talk about Apple because they're not very... since the Apple iPhone 12 mini, they are on course to becoming the largest one again. But in any case, if you are a fan of Huawei, there is good news and there is bad news. The good news is there is a chance that the Biden administration might strike a deal with China and lift the ban on Huawei, and then you can buy a Huawei device with all the Google services provided alongside, which means that you can enjoy the full Huawei experience again. The bad news is if they plan to sell the P and Mate series phone brands, then yeah. Well, that makes sense as well, because if they sell the P and Mate series brands off, then it will no longer be owned by Huawei, it'll be owned by another company. Then this other company, maybe let's call it Huawei, starts to build the P series and Mate series phone brands, and because they are not banned by the US, then they can have full access to Google Play Store and everything that comes in it. That's a good plan as well, Huawei. You may want to do that. I would suggest using the name Huawei. That's a good name. New Surface ad mocks MacBooks. It features a kid. It's a viral video going on now. Everybody's talking about it. Well, at least in the tech industry, everybody's talking about it. They love these kind of videos that mock Apple, but Apple seems to be the only ones who, well, not now anyway. They used to do that, not anymore. That go all out in mocking everyone else. But in any case, this is a video that features a kid unboxing. Well, he's doing kind of like a YouTube unboxing video thing. He unboxes a Surface Pro 7 and a MacBook Pro. I assume which is the Mac M1. But in any case, it applies to all MacBooks. So the first thing he talks about in the comparison, he talks about a touchscreen, right? While the Surface Pro comes with a touchscreen, definitely, and the MacBook only comes with a touch bar, which coincidentally is also something that the Apple might remove in their 2021 range of 14-inch and 16-inch MacBooks. So, and then the kid went on to say, why can't they just give me a whole touchscreen instead of just a touch bar? Then he noted that the Surface Pro has a detachable keyboard and it can convert into a tablet. And then he pushes down on the MacBook, then it flips down like screen down and keyboard side up, and he says you're kind of stuck with what you got with the MacBook. Then the kids said that the Surface is a much better gaming device, which makes sense because Windows, in any case, is a better gaming device than Macs. So you can get the cheapest Windows device and it will still be a better gaming device than Macs. And then he compared the price, which puts the Surface significantly cheaper than the MacBook. On that end, kid, all is well, and I agree with you, but the only device that runs macOS officially are MacBooks. You kind of can't beat that. If you are a macOS person, you can only buy MacBooks. And if you want to compare the comparison between the aesthetics and the refinements of software, macOS is kind of leaps and bounds ahead of Windows. But if you want to look at it from a perspective of usability and how it can be customizable, then yeah, Windows is a much better OS. There's a new chat that everybody's talking about, and that is the chat app that we all want in our mobile devices. You want this app. You may even pay for it. It's called Beeper, Beeper, and it's a chat app that unifies all chat apps into a single interface, kind of like a ring. It's built by the CEO and founder of former smartwatch manufacturer Pebble. I got a Pebble, first generation Pebble, and I loved it until the screen broke down and didn't work on me anymore. Quite sad, but life has to go on. It will require a $10 per month subscription, and it will bring together all famous chat apps like Messenger, Instagram DM, WhatsApp, Discord, Slack, Telegram, Signal, and even iMessage to Android users. Okay, I don't think Apple will allow this to happen because one of the things that is keeping users, especially American users, away from Android is iMessage, because I think America is the only country where all the users are actively on. Their default messaging platform is iMessage. In many parts of the world, it's either WhatsApp, or I know in Australia it's Messenger, Facebook Messenger. And then you have Line in some parts of Asia. You have WeChat in some parts of Asia. So iMessage is the default platform for Americans, and the only way to use iMessage is by having an iPhone. So this is one of the reasons why people continue to use iPhone. And if iMessage can be ported out of iPhones to be used in app like Beeper, then people will no longer need to stick with iPhones, especially in the US. So Apple knows this, and Apple may not agree to it, so they probably put a block on the API. So what we hear is just that they're able to do it, so we don't know for sure. But that is what that is right now. If it works, it is actually the app that we've all been waiting for, right? The one chat app that unifies all chats. But it does come at a cost of $10 a month. That's 40 ringgit a month. Is it still worth it now? I don't know. Maybe they should come with a free version that unifies maybe less chat apps, 3 chat apps. Then if they can find, like, most people are on maybe 10 or 5 or 6 chat apps at a given time, if they cut it by half and give a free version, then that'll work. Elon Musk donates $100 million for the best carbon capture tech. The guy just tweeted that he will channel $100 million towards a prize for the best carbon capture technology. Carbon capture is actually a technology, like the name implies, that captures carbon dioxide emitted at refineries and factories and store them. Usually they store them in a silo underground in a storage area. They kind of split the carbon apart from the oxides, and they keep the carbon down on the ground to remove the potentially harmful byproduct from the environment. It is believed among scientists that even if we stop releasing carbon dioxide into the atmosphere today, just like that, if we stop all CO2 emission by today, we can't reverse global warming. So we need to create a method that can effectively capture existing CO2 from the atmosphere and either store or convert them into other less or non-harmful byproducts. So if you are a scientist planning to build, or in a course of who is in the course of building a carbon capture tech, drop Elon a tweet and he may pay attention to you. There is no tech of the week this week, and we will come back next week to maybe come back with something. If not, we'll just have no tech of the week. Laytechs Weekly is available on Anchor FM, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Podcasts, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, and more. Our full videos are available on YouTube, and I post bits and clips on Instagram and Facebook. This is Laytechs Weekly, episode 27th January 2021. My name is Sean. Stay safe. See you next week. Au revoir.